Hello everyone, it's Cody Lee, and I'm here with Metroid Other M. Now, I was going to go ahead and play this anyway, because I'd really been wanting to replay this, but I wanted to get through the Prime Trilogy first, but as it so happens, today is the 10th anniversary of Metroid Other M's release, so I knew that, like, when I heard that, I just had to, like, okay, I need to play this, because this is one of those games, I explicitly remember when this game came out. Like, I explicitly remember what I did that day, how that weekend went. It was a really weird situation, man. It was a really weird weekend for me in general, but, like, this was just, ugh. Yeah, and the worst part is, I'm still not sure if I like this game or not. So, I've been meaning to go back and replay it for a while, but, yeah, I've never played this on Wii U before, so here we go. So this is going to be a fresh file. It's been a long time since I played this. So I'm a couple of years maybe, and I haven't beaten it, I don't think, since it first came out. So this is long overdue. I'm really curious as to how I'm going to like it, because I do think this was one of the games that, like, was very strongly influenced by game journalist opinions. Because I remember when it came out, I was reading all these blogs about how it was, like, super feminist and how it disrespected the franchise, and I was just like, oh, really? Is that why I didn't really like it that much? And, as it turns out, I've grown to hate that kind of thinking as an adult. So I've been really curious as to how I'm going to respond to this. And I have to say, like, this game is gorgeous. Ah, man. I might end up liking the visuals a lot more than I did 10 years ago. Because, like, 10 years ago, I was just like, okay, it's too anime, this isn't realistic like Prime. I do think that was kind of a thing against it, it had going against it, is that, like, it had to compete against Prime, rather than, you know, being its own thing. Like, I remember playing it for the first time and being pissed about how you couldn't scan things, how they got rid of that. That annoyed me to no end. Yeah, I finished Super recently, so it's a really good time to play this again. Super and Fusion again, so it's a great time to play this again. 10 years in, and still playing Other M. It pisses me off you don't actually get to fight this thing. Such a cool design, and relegated to a cutscene. As I recall, the entire game is filled with stuff like that. Like, that's kind of my feeling towards the game, like, right now, is that, like, I think people exaggerate how bad it is. Like, I think it does plenty of things really well, things that other games don't do, so, But at the same time, there's a reason it kind of had the reception it had. So I'm really curious. I love Samus's look, by the way. This is one of the, sleekest Samus designs. Like, she doesn't look too bulky. Like, that's the thing about, like, Prime, I think, is that, like, it makes her look super big, as opposed to, like, very lithe and quick. This is...
Time to go.
Mother? Really? Like, this animation is gorgeous. I love it. By the way, Samus's, like, actual design, like, her actual body shape, like, 10 out of 10. Like, she looks gorgeous in this.
Okay, Samus. Everything's normal.
I awoke to the familiar voice of a quarantine officer.
Familiar? She's been through this shit before.
Sitting up, huh?
A dream. I had been reliving the tragic moments of my recent past. Thanks to the Hyper Beam, which was given
Yeah,
to
the
me
exposition
somehow
is awful.
I laid Mother Brain to
I mean, that's the thing, though. Like, people say this game is awful,
explosion that followed
but,
the
like,
story of the service.
when I compare it to other games, right? Like, there are things I like about it more than other games like it. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's safe to say I like this a lot more than Mass Effect, for example.
And the baby.
Come on, Samus.
You know, because the actual game is better. Okay.
Everything's normal. 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 Everything's normal.
I'm so excited. Hard to believe this never got any sequel. I suppose Samus Returns is the closest we're ever going to get. Because that kind of did incorporate a lot of elements from this. I do think in the long run this game is going to be very, very influential on the franchise. I mean, Samus controls a lot differently than she used to. Samus Returns has like the melee counter, which was awesome. Okay. Like, one of the things I really like about this game, it's a 3D action game. Samus is just so much fun to control. A lot of people have problems with the D-pad, but I really like it. I think it's very unique. Like, I love the way she handles. I love the way she auto aims. I love how like you're mostly focused on like moving her around, as opposed to aiming. I think it's unique. You know, like it's different than other games like it. All right, here we go. I don't know why this exists. Especially when they make you do the power bomb, where you never have to do it again until the end. Alright. Yeah, I know.
Surprised? From there, kick launch, work your way up. Just like that.
Like, as I recall, there are a lot of things I actually like about, like, the level design of this game. Like, I think my big problem with it, like, from a design standpoint, it's not really a Metroidvania. Like, it's very cinematic and very linear. So I think a lot of people have problems with it for that reason. But I like a lot of the gameplay segments, especially like the scripted ones. Like, I think there's a scene where like an elevator falls on top of you and you have to get out of the way. Yep. All right. Sense move. All right. Yeah, a lot of people like complain about the dodging, but I really like it. I think it's really unique. Like, I think I've heard it said that, like, you technically can just mash buttons and dodge things, but I still really like it because it's really fun. It's very fluid. It's very intuitive. And I kind of wish it came back. It feels very Bayonetta-ish. I just really like the mechanic. The way it, like, feels and stuff like that. Yeah, we barely just started. I'm already, like, saying a bunch of, like, really positive things about this. Oh, here we go. I thought we were missile aiming. All right. Yeah, this is completely unique, where you go into first person to. Wait, where's the target? Or you go into first person to look at things. I really enjoy that. Oops, here we go. Wait, was I supposed to be looking for something? I don't see any targets. Oh, here we go.
Why not say hello with a missile?
Yes, I know. I know how the game works. Like, you have to stop and, like, aim particularly. I like that. I don't think it's utilized to its full extent. Again, I think this game has a lot of really cool aspects to it, like gameplay wise. I think a lot of times they're just not very utilized very well. Like, again, maybe if you could like switch between first person and third person like intuitively. And I think this is kind of why people wanted to use the nunchuck for this. So like, just use the nunchuck, press like the C button or whatever, and then go into like a prime style first person mode for like more precise aiming. Like, and then being able to move around. Like, that's the thing about, like, ooh, yeah. I love the lethal strikes. They're so cool. Alright. Like, you can kind of see what I mean when I say that, like, I love the way Samus handles in this. Like, I love her unique aspects. Alright. Gotta love how they have a random facility that can test Samus's capabilities. Alright. Yeah, that's like the one time we're gonna use power bombs for the entire game. Oh, by the way, this guy is evil. It's kind of ridiculous how I can remember like really strange parts of the plot.
Right. You're doing
Like, didn't this guy, like... what did he do? He took, like, the... Yeah, that's right. He took the Metroid particles... Yeah. That's right. He does the glasses glint. Yep. He's pure anime. So what he did is that he brushed off the Metroid and then he cloned it. None of the baby remained on me.
I knew it to be true, but still couldn't help looking at my palm for a sign.
Yeah, Samus, you don't need to exposit everything you do.
Never again would I encounter.
Hey, damn, she looks good, though. Look at that suit. Damn. Yeah, I like the game. I like the way the game looks a lot more than I used to, for sure. Like, obviously, Prime is better, but I mean, I don't want to say it's better because it's more realistic. I would say it's like more cohesive. Like, it has more variety in the level design and stuff like that. That's what makes it better. But
A simple report, almost dull even, but it felt momentous to me. I don't know how much time passed since then. Days went by in their quiet way. People's recollections of Metroids and space pirates grew nebulous over time.
is she seriously that depressed over a...
Less concern with galactic communities. Nothing more than a faded memory. Codename
Oh, no. The fucking baby.
For the urgency of a baby crying. The nickname comes from the fact that the purpose of the signal is to
You know, like every fucking signal. Like, that's the kind of the thing that people hate about this game. Like, it's just symbolism for, like, the sake of being symbolism, as opposed to, like, being a cohesive part of a story. Like, this game really does love emphasizing...
specifically for me.
Oh, man, that baby. Oh, man, Samus is a mom. Like, just come the fuck on. You haven't had sex, Samus. You're still a virgin. Like, you don't need to worry about being a mom. Like, shit. Oh, yeah, that does kind of, like, go into my conspiracy theory here. Is Samus actually a virgin? I would say yes, absolutely. There is no doubt in my mind. She's too fucking autistic to have sex, but... Alright. Yeah, one of the things you're going to notice about this game is that it's basically a rehash of Fusion, but with more story elements that just are completely retarded and don't make a whole lot of sense. So, we'll be... I don't remember how long this game is. It's not that long. It's about 10 hours, right? Like, I legit think I could probably sit here and play through the entire thing today, but... I'm not sure I'll be doing that. I don't think I'll need to. Like, every time I've played this game since it came out, like, I get about, like, halfway through, like, have fun, and then get bored of it because of the story elements. Like, I don't think I've been able to... Yeah, maybe I've beaten it, like, twice. I don't think I've beaten it a ton of times, and, there's a good reason for that. This game is kind of anticlimactic, especially if you know what you're doing. Like, I don't get how this game has a Queen Metroid as a final boss, and then it is completely unmemorable. Alright. You gotta love how her visor glows. She looks so cool, man. Ah, great. And here comes the pixel hunt, as I recall. It's weird how much, like, I autistically remember about this game. Let's see how quickly I can solve the pixel hunt. So yeah, what you're supposed to do during certain segments is you're supposed to look at, like, a completely random part of the environment. Yeah, there we go. You have to look at a completely unremarkable part of the environment in order to progress the story. So you're basically just going over everywhere, like, clicking on everything. It's completely pointless and adds absolutely nothing. Like, everybody shits on it, and rightfully so. Alright, so here we go. So yeah, a typical Metroid game so far. It doesn't even feel like a... One of the things I really like about it, it's a 3D game, but it feels very 2D-ish. Like, you're going through a lot of these same hallways. There we go. Kind of love that seamless flow into cutscenes. Yep, they're here. They're here. Our boys. Oh, it's our boy Anthony! Remember me? Oh, no. Oh, no. Anthony. Samus's black best friend. And hilariously the only person to survive this story. So yeah, this guy's Black Life Matters.
general in the Galactic Federation Army.
Yeah, Adam from Fusion. Anthony was not mentioned, but Adam was, and this is actually really, really interesting because of the weird way.
And then
Oh man, short hair Samus. Oh, so cute. Always loved it. Always loved her. And nope.
left Adam's command and set
Like, how old is she? Like, it's so fucking ambiguous. Like, she makes it sound like this happened years and years ago, but she has to be, like, you know, in her 20s. She can't be that old. Alright. And how old was she then? Alright.
the first words out of his mouth were typical coming from Adam.
Okay, was I talking about Adam? Okay.
I recounted the details of what had brought me to this place, and then I asked what circumstances led the Federation.
She really doesn't need to narrate everything. Like, it really is the worst thing about the game. Like, if it was, like, normal dialogue, it might be a lot more bearable.
Chose outsiders.
Samus is like an emo teenage girl. She really is. And it doesn't suit her at all. It's just like, oh man, the word he so obviously chose, outsider. Oh no, he's not my friend. Oh no. And the underlying inclination, the underlying thing, going through this story is that like Samus has like severe daddy issues, which is really, really weird and doesn't really make a whole lot of sense.
I think our only option is to use the laser system.
Okay.
This is going to take a while.
The electrical system here is out, and we can't get the barrier wall to open. We tried using explosives, but it's tricky to pull off without collateral damage.
Anthony is a surprisingly well-rounded, fun character.
Focus the power on one.
Like, you have all these generic Space Marines, and then you have Anthony. Like, I am not kidding. I think Anthony might actually be one of the most, memorable Space Marine characters in the past decade. Like, look at him. He actually smiles. Like, he actually has a personality. Like, shit. Actually, as I recall, a lot of these guys actually have a personality, which is really weird for the genre.
All right. I'm gonna go on ahead.
Like, one of the weird things about Adam is that you don't really,
Adam hadn't
Nope.
authorized it.
Oh no, she's already going on about authorization. Okay, we're gonna get to that in a minute. Samus has decided not to use bombs or missiles until Adam authorizes them. Oh no. So you literally have like all your power-ups, and she just decides not to do anything until Adam gives you permission for some reason. Alright. Yeah, this is the game at its best, I think. It's just, you know, a good blend of cinematics and action. Like, the game is like really cutscene heavy, but it doesn't. I don't think it really feels like. I don't think it really feels like it's overwhelming. Like, it feels like, you know, what happened? A cutscene happened. We sat through it, and then we went through a hallway, and then ended up getting into a fight that was prompted by another brief cutscene. The game is really good at that. I think it's really good at like seamless blends of like cutscenes and action. It does that like all throughout, and it's probably one of the most fun you'll have with the game is dealing with these weird situations. Oops. Fuck. Big boss does not want to stay in his place. All right. Sorry, my big boss picture keeps sliding down. It will not stay in place. All right. Yeah, I have not played this in a while, so it's weird how much I remember about it. Like, I remember like specific cutscenes and lines of dialogue and characters. Like, honestly, like I think the only thing I don't remember is maybe like some of the. I don't remember are like some of the other Marines, but like that's mostly because they don't really matter. Anthony and Adam are the only ones that matter. Like, even like the antagonist, the deleter, doesn't really matter. The deleter does not matter to the point where we don't even know who he is. Oh, by the way, I think Samus can get this. Samus can go in the girls' room, but not the boys. Samus, this game really loves emphasizing the fact that Samus is a girl. And by the way, I really love these segments, and I kind of wish. It kind of made me wish that made me think that Metroid could work as like a Resident Evil style third-person action game. Like, I really love that camera angle. I really love the way she handles. I wish they did more with it, but unfortunately they don't. They do a great job of like building tension with that later on, I think. Oh, here we go. It's one of those weird things about the game that I always point out whenever I talk about it online. Here we go. I gotta love how like the guys went on ahead without me. Like they don't give a shit. To be fair though, it's not like Samus can't take care of herself. That's one of the weird things about this game with like Samus being who she is. Like, why are they so adverse to the idea of her helping? Like, is it because of the money? Like, is she gonna charge them? Like, I mean, she's Samus fucking Aran. Like, she just blew up a planet full of space pirates. Like, shit. All right. I mean, that probably is a concern for theirs. Like, okay, Samus doesn't come cheap, so we're gonna have to like, don't call on her unless it's absolutely necessary. I mean, honestly, like, I can't imagine Samus is that interested in money, but that's just my thoughts on this. Yeah, as I recall, the game makes you save it before you can progress in certain spots. All right. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I've heard that a lot of people really love this game. Actually, the thing that really inspired me to do this stream, Misclick Gaming said on Twitter when it was after midnight that, like, hey, this is one of my favorite games, and I was really surprised that like anyone would say that. Because it's so unpopular. It's such an unpopular thing to say, but I can totally see where she's coming from, man. I can totally see why you might like this. I like Star Fox Adventure, so I guess it's like on the same level of quality. Like, it's so ridiculous for the series and genre, but it kind of works in spite of everything. Honestly, this is probably better made than Star Fox Adventures too. So, like, if you can get through the exposition and story, I think you're fine. Honestly. And I do think people exaggerate how bad the story actually is. It's dangerous to go alone. Take me. Alright, first time. Like, as I recall, you can't do shit to it until you authorize the Ice Beam. So basically, this monster that you could easily beat, yeah, you gotta love how it just smacks around these guys. Who just sort of stand there like dipshits. Like, maybe if we just stand there and not do anything. Look at them, they're static! Look at how static they are. And we're somehow, like, fighting it like a boss fight. Like, this is just ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. Alright. But is this one of those weird games where you get the ice missile? You use the Ice Beam or Ice Missile? I don't remember. Maybe I'm just confusing it with Fusion, where you do have the Ice Missile, but I think it is an Ice Beam. Let's see here. Oh no, nothing we're doing is working. Oh wait. Wait, so you have to fire a missile at it to... You have to fire a missile at it to, That's one of the weird things that baffled me about this scene. Like, it's standard Federation issue for freeze guns. Like, freeze gun... Ice beams are, like, a standard thing for the Federation. It's not, like, something that's unique to Samus. That's bizarre. Yeah, normal missile. Oh, you don't use the Ice Beam. They do. And you just fire missiles at the eye when... Okay. Again, this game is kind of frustratingly paced. Like, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Like, just authorize the Ice Beam. Like, what the fuck? There we go. Got him. the frozen spot. Why can't I just... Yeah, see, that's kind of neat. That's kind of fluid. That's kind of it's kind of interesting. Like again, like, but a lot of this game's aspects, like this idea of being part of like a military unit, like that could have been really, really interesting. That could have been like one of my favorite parts about Metroid Prime 2. One of the most memorable, I think, is that Samus going up against Samus discovering this like lost, fallen Federation battalion, right? And these very Halo-ish guys that lost to the planet, that lost to the Ink, right? They got fucking murdered. And it's so unique and memorable how they build that up and sort of make it its own unique thing. Like, you really feel for these characters that you never actually meet, and you really do feel that, like, if you got there sooner, you could have helped them. But like, unfortunately, there's nothing you can do in that game, and this really could have made that feeling more prevalent, right? It could have been a major part of the plot. Like, imagine each of these guys having their like own character arc or story, and it could have been really, really interesting, but no. Unfortunately, none of them, besides our boy Anthony, and maybe Adam, really have anything that much to do with it. Got him. Did we get him? Yep, here we go. Yep, it's almost dead. Alright, here we go. So you knock the eye out and then kill it. The eye has like insect-like legs attached to it. What kind of monster is that?
Samus, it looks like I'm going to need to ask for your cooperation on this mission, but I'm also going to have to ask that you follow my commands.
Oh, please, Daddy. I'll do anything you say.
Fire until I say so.
Is that why he treats her like this? Because he knows she likes it? Alright.
The thumbs up sign had been used by the Galactic Federation.
Like, a lot of people have been really critical about Adam's characterization in this, but after playing Fusion, a lot of what happens here actually meshes up very well with what's presented in Fusion. Like, there are some, like, really weird details, but, like, nothing is, like, contradictory from what I remember.
But he would end all of his mission briefings by saying, "Any objections, lady?" He was joking, but others weren't. At the time, I felt surrounded by people who treated me like a child.
She really does look way younger than all these people. Like, look at her. She's, like, 5 feet tall. Like, shit.
I was grateful for the nod. My past has left me with an uneasy soul. And as a result, it touched me on some level that Adam would acknowledge that past by calling me something delicate, like lady.
Aw, she really likes... She just wants to be a little girl. She's just like Chun-Li.
My thumbs down was a twofold response. A sign of derision at being called a lady, and a signal of my complete understanding of the mission orders.
It's such a weird characterization. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It doesn't mesh with Samus. Her explanation makes no sense.
Had so much yet to learn. Among them was Anthony.
Our boy Anthony, who's like 7 feet tall.
Behavior, and that of the other soldiers. My response was to become increasingly bitter.
She always talks like, oh man, I love Adam so much, but then she's like, treats him like complete shit. Like, it's so all over the place. It doesn't make any sense. All right.
And I was angry.
And it's kind of nice seeing some of the wider worlds of Metroid. It's clear that this society is far more advanced and far more civilized than Mass Effect could ever handle. Look at this. It's practically a utopia. Like, there's no bullshit with other alien races. Like, we've made it to a galactic civilization, and it's turned out really, really well.
Adam knows my past, and he knows me better than anyone else. Confession time.
Oh no.
Because I was so young when I lost both of my parents, there's no question I saw Adam as a father figure. When I rebelled against him, I knew I could get away with it.
Ugh.
And his paternal compassion restoration and the peace of my
And she's always going on about like, oh, he's a father figure. Oh, he's so compassionate. Oh, he cares about me so much. Does he really? Like, does he really? All right. Does he really understand her? Like, Anthony, I think, has way more, like, friendly chemistry with her than Adam does. Like, it's weird. I remember this from the, trailer. Shit.
Exactly what transpired here on the bomb ship is still uncertain. Here's what we do know. The equipment we thought had been destroyed is operational again.
It's hard to believe it's been a decade. I know I've said that already, but
Lethal creature. The situation is critical. We need to gather all the information we can, but priority one is to find any survivors and bring them to safety. Consider this site extremely dangerous. Be careful as you make your sweeps.
I gotta love how we split up. Like a bunch of...
Wireless interference.
The worst thing we could possibly do in this situation.
Comm systems are used.
Oh, come on. You can't even communicate.
Communication channels will be limited to the facility's navigation routes. Well then, Lyle.
Lyle.
Investigate Sector 1 and show a little restraint with the explosives. Gotcha. Maurice.
They all have names. Maurice. You know, it says a lot about this game. I can't even remember who the leader is.
Sector 3. Leave it to you to decide whether plasma guns are called for. All right, James.
It's James, isn't it?
Our communication issues might be the result of electrical interference. Yes, sir. KG. Run a complete
Misawa.
sweep of the residential quarters and investigate any trace of survivors. Got it. Each of you is authorized to use a
Yeah, all these guys die except for Anthony.
to check in regularly via navigation routes.
Is this a good time to talk about the deleter, or should I wait until it actually comes up in the plot? And then it's forgotten.
Looks like your comm system is still functioning.
Like, how cool would it have been if, like, each of these guys, if this was, like, an open environment and you had to help each of these guys, like, go about their missions?
Regarding auxiliary weapons, the use of bombs has been authorized. As far as our other weapons go, we will continue to investigate and authorize.
And then you can use them for the rest of the game, like, no matter what.
We currently have no plans to authorize the use of power bombs.
They emphasize that so much, which is so weird.
High temperature heat wave over a large area, impacting living things.
Impacting?
Saying they can vaporize humans. It's
Yeah, whatever.
You should be well aware of how dangerous power bombs are and how their devastation can't be obstructed with common materials. Once the mission in the system management room is complete, I need you to report back. I'll give you your next orders then. I want you all to be especially careful as you execute your missions.
Does she actually do the thumbs down sign here?
That's the end of the briefing.
Okay. Yep, she does.
It was the first
Oh, no,
time
she doesn't
I've
actually
been
do
a
anything.
part of since becoming a freelance bounty hunter. And of course, it was the first time since my Federation days that I was following the orders of a commanding officer.
Not true. I think Prime 3 was before this. Okay.
Confused.
Yeah, I think Prime 3 comes before this in the timeline, if I'm remembering correctly. I mean, I guess, like, the overarching Metroid timeline doesn't really make any sense.
No objections, of course.
Yeah, that's the really frustrating thing about, like, Samus's acting. Like, the girl doing the voice, she does do a really good job when she's allowed to be emotional. But for the most time, like, she was specifically told to be monotone. Like, it really is one of those examples of, like, really bad direction. Like, of course, like, Sakamoto... wait, it's Sakamoto, right? Yeah, Sakamoto, you know, isn't a native English speaker and was directing someone. Not... like, it just... it was a really weird situation. Alright. Here we go. Can you not save again? Alright, well, anyway. And this game is, like, very, very handholdy. Like, you thought Zero Mission and Fusion was bad. Oh, man, this is on a whole other level. Like, it gives you, like, exactly where you need to go. It locks doors that you don't need to go down. It's really ridiculous. But, alright. Again, like, Samus auto-aiming is awesome. I really enjoy it. Alright. So, yeah, I wanted to talk about the guys. Yeah, I don't want to say I neglected to talk about them at all. So, like, yeah, all these guys, They could have been really, really interesting characters, but they're not. They're just sort of there. Like, none of them... Like, I think James, the deleter, kind of has, like, interesting motivations that aren't expanded on, or... They're kind of dropped for some bizarre reason. Like, this character concept, like, this idea of a traitor within a group is... Within the group is, like, introduced and then dropped before you even realize who the traitor is. So, like, you sort of have to, like, use in-game clues to find out who it is. And it's very... And it is very clear, and it is very subtle. Oh, wait. But it's not something you would, like, figure out on, like, a first playthrough. I think you have to, like, research it or something. When you realize that, like, wait a minute, what happened to that deleter guy? Especially since I think there's a boss fight with him. Like, it's such a weird idea, and I think that's kind of the direction they want to go with this series going forward. They kind of want to make the Federation more antagonistic. So that's probably... it's very possible that James's motivations might be expanded on in a future game. And, of course, like, you have Samus Returns tease, like, Evil Chozo, which is going to be very, very different from what we've seen before. Alright, here we go. Oh, how inconvenient. Is James already fucking with us? I love how I'm just assuming it's James. Like, there's something about his stupid mustache that made me, like, think that, like, oh, wait, this guy is evil. Like, I know it's definitely not the Japanese guy, and it's not Anthony. I don't think it was the first two guys, so... I don't remember, like, when you interact with these guys again. Like, I think they have a little bit more of a personality when you meet them again in, like, the field, which, by the way, is a really, really, really memorable sequence. We'll probably get to that for sure tonight. Yeah, I'm not sure how long this game is. It has to be, like, 10 hours, right? It's not all that long, so I should have no problems. Oops. Hang on. Oops. Yeah, one of the things I really like about this game... oops. Yeah, one of the things I really like about this game, it's really, really... the enemies are really, really aggressive, and Samus can dodge through them. It's really cool to watch. Alright, so... Hey, what the fuck? Wait. Do I have to blow my way up there? Yep, I knew it. I mean, the first person... It's fluid, but it's like, why do you have to... why can't you move? Okay, here we go. Yep, we turn the elevator back on. Yep, no more jumping up there. That just begs the question: how did they get up here? Like, how did they get through all this destruction that only Samus can navigate? Like, it's weird, but okay. You're just supposed to buy it. That they just got ahead without you. Wait, what could that do? Whatever. I think I go back to Adam and I get more instructions. Adam, alright, back to Daddy. Like, again, this idea of, like, Samus working in a group, that could have been really, really interesting. Like, Prime 3 did something similar, and that was great, but this is just... Like, honestly, I think it was Federation Force that really made the Federation their own thing. Alright. By the way, Federation Force is super underrated. Yeah, it's weird to me to think that Federation Force is was so reviled when it really is a lot better than this in every way. It feels much more like a Metroid game, despite you not actually playing as Samus. It just goes to show you that you really shouldn't take fan backlash all that seriously. And I hope we do get a sequel to Federation Force. I mean, really, when you get right down to it, the only reason that game was really so disliked was the visuals. Because, Metroid fans are so, adamantly, they're really, really proud of the fact that, Metroid is it's a super hardcore franchise for super hardcore gamers, and they really don't like cartoony aesthetics and anything. It's probably why this game was so disliked, too, because it's very anime-esque compared to other Metroid games. And I actually really like the idea, but, I mean, I love I've grown to love, the visuals of Zero Mission and... Yeah, Zero Mission's design of Samus, I think, is probably better than Fusion's. I guess Fusion still has the bikini Samus, which is of course better. They got rid of Bikini Samus by Zero Mission, and that is the worst decision they ever made. Okay, in this era of like anti-feminism, can I just say, we need to get rid of the Zero suit. Okay, I want Bikini Samus back. Like the Zero suit is shit. I want Bikini Samus back. Like I don't want this this bullshit. Like only Masahiro Sakurai seems to understand my plight, but. We need the bikini back. Like, ah shit. Oops. Yeah, I was not paying attention. I'm surprised this game hasn't been brought up more in recent years among like groups like Feminist Frequency. Like you would think this would be like one of the games that Feminist Frequency would always be pointing to when it comes to like how women are treated in games, but I don't think I've ever heard it come up. Like she's always making all these weird false equivalencies. To be fair, I haven't watched Feminist Frequency in forever, and neither should you. Like the best way to deal with Anita and people like her is to just ignore her. So okay, here we go, Sector 1. So, like, this is what I mean when I say this is basically Fusion, but worse. Like, it has, like, the same kind of, like, environmental, like, biodome things that, like, Fusion does, but, like, none of it is interesting or well-designed or, Like, it could have been so good, but unfortunately, no. Like, they could have had a completely original designs, like I said, this does really feel like a 3D Fusion, with like a lot of the same. Excuse me. With a lot of the same story elements, but just changed a little bit. Like Adam is actually here rather than just a machine AI. Like you even get like the Metroid breeding program plot twist, which makes the plot twist in Fusion make absolutely no sense. Did I say that like Other M was consistent with the rest of the franchise? I think I want to take that back because like every time I think of like a specific plot element, like it's obvious that like this was completely made of shit. They have no idea. They had no idea what they were doing. Yeah. So when it comes to wait, what was the deal? What was my yeah, very anime-esque like level design here. I mean environment design. Oops. So what was I talking about specifically? Oh yeah, Fusion. Yeah, so it's basically the same thing but Fusion. Like in Fusion, it's kind of a plot twist that like the Federation are cloning their own Metroids for their own ends. And here it's revealed they're doing that. So like it never occurs to Samus in Fusion that they would do that again. Like really, is she that fucking stupid? To be fair though, she kind of figures it out. So I guess you can actually dodge that attack. Oops. But yeah, okay. Oh yeah, Samus's greatest enemy, chameleons. Giant, like, man-eating chameleons. Velociraptor chameleons. Okay. Wait, wasn't there another one? Where'd it go? So yeah, Fusion sort of, I mean, Fusion feels like it could exist in the same universe as this, but like there are specific things that like, really, could it really? And I don't know, man. I'm inclined to just say that like, let's just pretend this isn't canon. Like, there's too much like weird shit about it. Like, it's not all that interesting. Like, maybe it could be remade, and then the remake could be canon. Like, maybe they could just refine the gameplay and the story and stuff like that. And I guess it could get a re-release at some point in the future. If Skyward Sword is, this definitely could as well, but I don't know. I would want them to like really radically improve everything. All right. And honestly, I think I would prefer a straight-up sequel. And it took a while for them to make a sequel to Metroid 2, a remake of Metroid 2, right? So, I mean, this is probably one of the games they should remake. I don't think the Prime Graves need to be remade. I think they've aged very, very well. I think they need to be remastered. This needs to be straight up remade, I would say. Like, it has its positive qualities, but it's just so all over the place. and they have to like fix all of its like crazy problems, which isn't going to be fixed by like an HD re-release. I believe they re-released it on a Wii U already, but well, I'm playing this on Wii U, but like on through the backwards compatibility. This is my day one purchase. This is my 10-year-old game. Other M. All right. Is that the grappling beam? Yeah, that we don't have yet. Yeah, grapple beam. Yep, we don't have it yet. Because Adam hasn't authorized the use of the grapple beam for some reason. Like, again, I can't emphasize this enough. The authorization mechanic makes no sense. Like, it's basically just an attempt at, like, okay, let's not get rid of all of Samus's powers this game the normal way, and just, like, at this point, you kind of just have to accept it. Like, Samus is going to lose all of her powers at the beginning of each game. Like, it's a joke. It doesn't make any sense, but, like, it's a video game. Like, you kind of have to make allowances like that for the genre, but, it's like, they made it worse by, like, trying to fix it. You know what I mean? It's one of those cases where you just cannot, you can't, like, change it, because it doesn't, the solution they came up with makes no sense. And I think they know that. I think I've heard Nintendo Power complaining about it, actually. So these complaints have been like present since like day one. Like nobody was all that happy about it. All right, here we go. Yeah, I'm really curious as to how long this game is actually going to be. Like, especially since I know what I'm doing. Like, the game is so linear, I think I can generally get through everything with no problems. Wow, Samus's sliding segment is nowhere near as interesting or as exciting as like Mario 64 slides. Like, Samus cannot slide, apparently. Oh, here we go. Yeah, they just throw new enemies at you out of nowhere. It's great. I mean, to be fair, the enemies are just kind of there in this game. Like, you can normally just run past them. There are lots of combat sections, but otherwise, like, I think you're just, if there's like the door isn't locked, you can just wait. All right, here we go. Hang on. Where the fuck is it? Wait. There we go. Ah, more of them. Yeah, you can blow through it with no problem with the missiles. Alright. Yeah, he's gonna try his hand at, like, just good old fisticuffs, because rolling at me didn't work. Alright, take that, Dylan. Right. I don't know what these things actually are, but they roll up in balls, so I guess they're Dylans. Alright. Yeah, that's kind of neat. You can go through the glass. Like, again, the game feels a lot more organic in some ways. Like, it feels like more natural, as opposed to like, oh, there are random more full-size pipes everywhere. You know, you can go through like holes in the glass and things like that. That's kind of neat. Yeah. Wait, what? Missile tank? Oh, yeah. Like, there's honestly no point in like collecting missile tanks in this game, because you can just refill them whenever. Like, obviously, I think you can only run. I think you only run out when I mean, you can recharge them, but I think you get an upgrade that helps recharge faster. So like, you literally will not run out of missiles. Yeah, yeah, you only get like one missile for a missile tank in this game. Like, ridiculous. All right, here we go. Wait, what was the point of going back there? Wait. Is there anything back here? Oh, wait. Super missile. Oh, yeah. The super missile, the thing I don't have yet. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. The thing I do have, but Adam won't let me use. Like, okay, yeah, I was just bitching about how I didn't think I would get stuck on anything, and now I have no idea what I'm doing. All right. Hang on. Are you supposed to go back? No. This is where you see baby Ridley for the first time, right? Baby Ridley, the problem child. All right, here we go. Did these things really respawn when I just by me leaving the room? What the fuck? Well, okay. How quick must these things breed? Like shit. There's rabbits and then there's these things. All right. Like I literally just walked into the other room and then came back. All right. And they couldn't have been hiding. It's a closed space. So, all right. Yeah, there's nothing else of interest in the room. Like what? I'm supposed to go through there, but there's no. All right. Yeah, it's not going back isn't the solution because going back won't do shit. But wait, do you have to try to do it with the standard missiles? Wait, can I go further? Oh, you can! Okay, so I just grabbed the missile tank and then came back like a dumbass. Alright. Is this the room with the random ass, What's the point of that room? I don't remember. Can you powerbomb something in it? Now, one of the neat things about this game is that you can go back and explore the entire area. Okay, breeding room. Breeding what? Watch out, Samus. You might get bred. This room is making me way more wary than anything we've seen so far. Yep, another scientist.
A large cage-like booth looked like something had been raised in it.
Is this where Ridley was born?
In one corner was the miserable form of a researcher's corpse.
Ridley is brutal from a young age.
Hadn't sustained the same injuries. The dead I'd seen had been torn apart by something large. This one had been attacked by a different type of creature.
There are creatures everywhere. Like, it's not that big of a deal.
Violence this creature had brought. I felt something in the air. The presence of a dark intelligence.
Yeah, Ridley's presence in this story makes no fucking sense. Like, so Ridley, okay, get this. Ridley evolves like a fucking Pokemon. Like, we already saw this with, like, the Metroids already, so it's not, like, a new thing for Metroid, but Ridley, fucking real, the fucking space dragon, it has a first form where it's, like, a little fluffy, like, bird-like creature, and yet it evolves into fucking Ridley? Like, really? Does Metroid take place in the Pokemon universe? Like, let's be real here. Like, does it really? Because, like, Metroids have, like, a bazillion different life cycles. Like, Ridley has its evolutionary path. That follows Pokemon rules, by the way. And it just... It makes no sense. Wait. Which way was I supposed to go? Yeah, they lock doors behind you, and they don't really make it clear where you're supposed to go. Yeah, we can't go back the way we came, so, in here? Wait a minute, this thing was not here when I first came in? Were you not So, it just didn't let me do that the first time. Okay, whatever. Whatever game. That doesn't make any sense, but... Oh, good, we're back where we started. Okay, that made perfect sense. Gee, I wonder if this is the thing that, This is Ridley, the murderer of Samus's parents. And already it's like brutal. It's already a murderer at like this early lifespan. Like, ugh.
Samus, proceed through the hatch I just unlocked. Your next destination is
Yeah, Adam wanted you to see that thing. He wanted you to see your parents' killer. Fucking Ridley. And like, it's a clone, but yeah, look, it's staring at you. I love how it ran away and then it came back and it's like thinking it's intimidating. Samus, someday I'm gonna grow up and we're gonna fight. And of course, just Samus just lets it go. Samus has like a weakness for like cute looking things. Like, come the fuck on, Samus. Like, it's a good thing, like, most of the things she fights are ugly, because, like, she wouldn't be able to bring herself to kill. Like, if she had to kill the Super Metroid, like, I don't think she'd be able to do it. Oh, here we go. I forgot about these weird invisible walls. Here we go. Do you have to bomb it? Wait. Is this the one where you... Wait, what? Shit, wait. There we go. Oops, shit. Hang on. How many more do you need? Like, what exactly am I supposed to accomplish here? Like, what, am I supposed to destroy these things? Yeah, and he locked the door behind me. He really doesn't want me to deal with Ridley again. Like, move ahead, Samus. Don't fuck around with Ridley. Not yet. Wait for him to kill people first. I mean, I guess he already has. Like, okay, but... Alright. Gotta love this matrixy like wall here. Where do we go? And everything in this, I mean, it looks organic. It's hard to, it's easy to forget sometimes that like none of this is real. Here we go. Wait, what was that? What did I lock onto? Wait, what just happened? I just lock onto something, but no. Wait. Stand near a terminal to interact with it? Oh, can I climb up here? Oh, there we go. Okay. I thought that seemed kind of out of place, but I thought you were supposed to shoot a missile through it. Okay, you were supposed to go through it. All right, here we go. All right, just interact with the terminal, shut off the thing, and we are good to go. Yeah, depressurized. Alright. Oh yeah, I used to love this area as a kid because it's more open and it looks kind of nice. More colorful, more aesthetic. Again, whenever you see an area like this, you end up really appreciating it. Like again, like the game really feels like it could have been a lot more than what it was. But anyway, very lots of missed opportunities. I've been going on a lot about like Star Fox Adventures and like that sort of how it could have been Dinosaur Planet so much better. This is probably worse because at least like Star Fox Adventures, I don't know, like is Star Fox Adventures really different than what it would have been if it was Dinosaur Planet? Like really, like it just has Fox in it, but that's about it. This is, you know, this has Samus in it, but it feels even more messed up. Here we go. As I recall, there's an enemy back here that's kind of obnoxious to fight. Here we go. Oops. Yep. This game teases you with its open environments, but what you're actually supposed to do is go over here. Alright. Was there a place you can wall jump? Ah, here we go. Wait, where's that? Oh, here it is. Now, you don't press anything to interact with the terminals. You just walk up to them. All right, here we go. Gotta love how these enemies will just jump out of nowhere. And as I recall, you don't actually have to fight this thing. So I think I'm just gonna... What the fuck? You've got to be kidding me. Don't tell me he's stuck. So am I gonna have to kill it? Can I even kill it from that angle? As I recall, this thing is really obnoxious to fight. Oops. I think I came back here like in the post game once and had trouble fighting it. But honestly, like in the post game, like you fight things differently because you have different weapons. Like you don't just have to just power bomb people. I mean, you can just power bomb a lot of things in the post game. Here we go. All right, here we go. So it really is just stuck down there. Oh fuck! What the fuck? So it really has like two heads, like one like an innocent looking one, and then like it's a Mawile. It really is a Pokemon game. Like shit. All right. What is Metroid has nothing to do with Pokemon. All right. Why are they trying to be Pokemon? All right. Anyway. Yeah, save room, I think. Nope. I think there's one just up ahead though. Yep. Okay, here it is. Yeah, so I had a general idea where the save room was. Not exactly. I played Prime for the first time in a long time, and I knew exactly where every single save room was, because I'd played that game so many fucking times as a kid, but... yeah, Prime really is so much better than this. I know I've been kind of, like, having mixed opinions about this game, but, like, Prime is just so much better. I think that's most people's main problem with it, is that it's just not as good as things we've gotten already. Like, this is a rare example of, like, the Japanese game not being as good as the Western version of it. And I don't know why that is. I mean, I guess Retro was just a talented team. I mean, I say was, but of course they're still making games today. I mean, Retro was just... Alright. Retro just hit it out of the park, and I don't think this really hit the stride. Yep, here we go. Is this where the elevator is? It's where the elevator falls down on you. Like, usually if you die in this game, it's because you, like, mess up these really ridiculous... These really ridiculous events that don't make a whole lot of sense. Alright, here we go. Her jump in this game makes no sense. Like, she jumps further when she's wall jumping than she does when she jumps upward. Like, that just doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, this is the elevator. Okay, so you can fire it, but you're gonna get crushed. So what you have to do, do you have to, like, fire and... You have to shoot it and then get out of the way, or... And what do you have to do? Here we go. Wait, here we go. Whew. Oh, that's right. It takes its own sweet times. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it falls down once, and then... Yeah, I think what you do is just come down here, turn around. Yeah, I love how it teases that enemy, and you can just crush it by just dropping the thing on top of it. Like, it's things like that that... I don't know, this game kind of does have its own, take on things. When Samus is actually doing stuff, she's awesome. It's the dialogue and exposition that ruins it, I think. I mean, the actual gameplay, she's super proactive, but it's the cutscenes, man. I love how, like, I immediately, like, recognized this room. I was like, oh, wait, this is where you're supposed to go. Here we go. Woo, down the hatch. If it was anybody else, they would be completely fucked, but Samus Aran has no problems getting through these areas. There we go. I'm Samus Aran, and I really enjoy going through pipes. Alright. She must really like this. Like, imagine like being able to turn into a ball and be able to do this. This is awesome. All right, here we go. Missile tank acquired. Scrap block. All right. Yeah, I'm really curious as to how long this game is. Because it can't be any more than 10 hours, right? Here we go. Like, as I recall, I beat it in like a weekend with no problems, but here we go. Oops, here we go. Yeah, that happens sometimes. You have to dodge it. Like, that wasn't a cutscene, by the way. I actively dodged that attack. I don't know. It's cool sometimes, but a lot of times it kind of falls flat. Yeah, playing this again, I can kind of see why people don't really care for it too much. Like, I'm avoiding a lot of enemies. There's no point in fighting them. Like, Samus dodges so well, it's like, most enemy encounters are kind of pointless. I mean, I guess you can argue that about, like, standard Metroid 2, but I don't know. Like, it's worse here, I think. Here we go. Wait, what? Oh, here we go. There we go. Okay, charge. Subterranean control room. Alright, oh, isn't there like a minor boss fight here? If I recall correctly. Oh, here we go, wait. Do you have to like hit it with a missile? Yeah, I remember. Yep, here they are. Awesome. I think there's another one too. Here we go. Did I get it? Oh, here we go. Wait, is that the same one? How did it get behind me? Well, anyway. Okay, so you can charge your missiles whenever. Alright. I thought you fought an enemy here. Is that the one with like the tentacles? Like, maybe it doesn't happen until later, but alright. Like, I don't know, man. I think the game has a lot of variety to it. It doesn't really feel repetitive at all. It's just, it's not as good as it could have been. Like, I think that's the main thing people have with it. Hang on, wait. Yep, this is where we get the wave beam, as I recall. Oops. Yeah, this minor enemy that I would have no problem with. Oh, yeah. Yeah, for some reason, like, most power-ups are authorized, but for some ridiculous reason, the wave beam is, like, I think collected from these things. So it's like they came up with the authorization mechanic, like, mid-development cycle, and it's just, okay, whatever. Oops. Ah, shit, I keep getting shot. Yeah, I definitely want to stream all of this. I wanted to stream, like, Twilight Princess 2. I was, like, scaling back on streaming, because I was like, do I really want to stream, like, games on my channel? Like, I'm doing, like, a lot with, like, blackcatbooks.org. I mean, I'm happy with, like, my channel growth at the moment. Like, I don't want to do anything different, but I don't know, man. I mean, I like doing it. I like playing old games on stream and talking about them. I think it's more practical than doing reviews or anything like that. Oops, here we go. And I'm, like, more informative than I think most people, because I actually, you know, have played all these games. Oops, here we go. Oh, what? Oh, wow. It's only vulnerable when it tries to shoot you. Like, yeah, it really does drop the power up. What the fuck? That makes no sense. Adam didn't authorize this, but I'm going to equip it anyway. Oh, it's the Diffusion Beam. Okay. I thought it was the Wave Beam, but okay, it's Diffusion. So that's why you have to collect it, because it wasn't actually in Super. Okay. Yeah, you're supposed to have, like, all the power-ups you had in Super, but why does she have to reload? Like, she doesn't have to do that in any of the other games. Oh, here we go. Yeah, the Diffusion Beam is great at dealing with these things. Oh, here we go. Okay. Alright, let's turn the computer on, and... Yeah, and another thing I've noticed, we haven't gotten a ton of cutscenes. Since that deal with the whole monster, the first boss, it's been pretty straightforward. It's been pretty straight gameplay. Like, there's a lot of cutscenes in this game, but they're pretty packed together. Like, it's not like they're all throughout the game. It's not like The Last of Us Part 2 or anything like that. Like, it's not... The game is still trying to be a game, you know what I mean? Like, the game just isn't very good. That's the... Okay, here we go. This is the boss. Yeah, I was kind of worried that, like, the auto-aim wouldn't, like, trigger, but no, the auto-aim is really, really good. Like, there's never a time where you're gonna shoot something you don't want to shoot. Here we go. Actually, I think it's better to shoot missiles at these things. Here we go. Got him. Got him. Oh, Samus really hates these things. Alright, I thought it was a minor boss fight, but no, it's just a random enemy. Oh, here we go. Yeah, the reason I'm streaming so late, I actually took a nap around 10 and woke up around 1. So I'm actually wide awake right now. I mean, I have a phone call to make in a couple of hours, so I'm probably just going to stay up until then, until that's dealt with. So that's one of the reasons I think I'm just going to play through this all the way. I would love to play through this all in one sitting, but I'm not sure how likely that is. So we go. Because I tried playing like a lot of Dragon Quest XI last night, and I did I got through a lot of it, but it's like I got like really tired and had to take a nap. So I don't know, man. Like naps these days, they seem to revigorate me a lot more than like actual full sleeps do. It's really weird. Like I prefer taking naps over actually sleeping. And I had this really weird nightmare too. Like it was some bullshit. Like someone on the internet like followed me to my house or some shit, and they were like leaving me messages, and I had to like, I don't know, like YouTube like sent me a camera because they felt responsible, so they could like watch over my property. I don't fucking know. Here we go. Here we go. Oops. It was really weird. I don't know, man. I've been having nightmares like for the past couple of nights, and I don't know why. Like, what was the one before that? Yeah. I got into like a car accident. I went to a creek. Oh yeah, I got like fired from a job or some shit. And then I like ended up crashing my car. I ended up like getting into a creek and then like getting swept away in like a fucking creek for some reason. Like creeks aren't like powerful enough to move a car, but apparently like apparently this one was. So like I just I can't remember what else happened. I think it was some other weird bullshit too. But yeah, like these nap nightmares are getting way out of hand. They're like fucking crazy, dude. What nightmares does Samus have? Like probably just her parents. Oh yeah. She sees like the baby Metroid dying. Yep. Oh, here we go. Okay, as I recall, is this the one with like the invisible hole in the wall that you have to bomb? Hang on, or am I thinking of something else? Yeah, I think it might be. I think there might be another way up. It's weird to think that like I just decided to stream this spontaneously. Well, to be fair, it's because it's the 10th anniversary, so like of course I gotta stream this. Super missile. Yeah, one of the big problems with this game is that like it's kind of hard to like make out what some of these environments are. Like it's just all right. Here we go. Yep. I think you. I think you're supposed to slide up. Here we go. Through here? No. Yeah, I don't think Samus has the high jump boots in this game, which is hilarious to me. Here we go. Is this it? Yeah, look at this. It was hidden behind this thing. Like, some of this level design, man, it's not the best. Here we go. Oops. Oh, here we go. Are you supposed to jump through that? Hang on. Can you jump it? I think you can. Yep, there you go. All right. It's a good thing you can jump in this game. It's a good thing I got the spring ball in Super Metroid like I did in every single time. To be fair, is that technically the spring ball? Like, is it, or is it just a jump? Because like it's kind of established she can just sort of jump now. She doesn't need the spring ball, which again kind of makes it the most worthless power up in all time. Here we go. That took me so long to figure out the first time. Holy shit! All right, here we go. Like I said, I don't expect this is gonna take all that much time to get through. I would like to get through all of it today. Honestly, like I feel like if I don't get it done like today, I'm gonna lose interest and stop streaming it. Like I wanted to like the stream like Twilight Princess, right? I was having a blast with it, but I never got around to playing it again. And I mean, I think I will now that I have like the stream set up again. But yeah, there's a lot of things I want to stream that I never really got around to. Like Wario Land 4, I wanted to keep streaming. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I'm thinking I might do a video on Wario Land 4 because so many people, because I love it so much. Oops. And plus, like, I really wanted to take the time to like go through everything in that game. That's one of the really nice things about like streaming games. It's really easy to just sort of like chill and have fun, like 100%ing a game that you otherwise wouldn't be able to stomach doing. Oops. Like, it makes like grinding less tedious when you're like doing it with people who want to see you succeed, I think. All right. Yeah, streaming Wario Land 4 was a lot of fun. I'm really anxious to get back to that. Twilight Princess as well. I think I might spend a lot of time tomorrow streaming. If I'm up tomorrow night, I think I will. I don't know, man. Like, I need to work on like my books all the time, but it's like, if I'm playing video games, I might as well stream them. But yeah, oof. Not sure how that's gonna affect my my channel growth, so I'm kind of concerned about that. But because I have noticed before that like people will unsubscribe from you if you're playing a game they don't like, and oops. Yeah, I get a lot of people who like who subscribe and then like seem to like lose interest and like immediately unsubscribe. I don't know what the deal with that is, but like I get a lot of that. Like I probably should have been I actually would have cracked 400 subs a long time ago if I didn't keep losing people. Like I lost a bunch of people when I came out against Black Lives Matter, oops, and things like that. I mean, it's controversial opinions like that, man. Oh, here we go. I think this is the first boss fight. Yep, the second pixel line. The second pixel line. I cannot believe I figured that out. Like, I honestly had no idea. It was just intuitive. It just came naturally to me. I think there are 6 of them in the entire game, if I'm remembering correctly. There's less than 10 for sure. And the last sequence in the game is 1, so it's like, eh. You know, I haven't like gone through like this game's ending in so long. Like I feel like it basically ends after you like beat Ridley, doesn't it? If I'm remembering correctly, and then like it has like, oh, it has the real final boss and the endings, but in the ending, but like in the epilogue, but it's like who cares about all that? Well, to be fair, I think the epilogue is actually pretty well received, even among like detractors. Because like it's an escape sequence with like Zero Suit Samus, which is kind of neat. Oops. I love Samus. Alright. Alright. Yeah, I think what you do is that you destroy all this, and then... Does the boss come out? Is it just a bunch of bees? I think it's something lame, like just a bunch of bees or some shit. Oh, here we go. Yep, here they come. I'm sorry, bees. Did I say bees? I meant wasps. Why are all these aliens, like, weirdly similar to real-life creatures? Alright. Like, we had an armadillo, we had, like, the Pokemon, like... Alright. I'm half expecting, like, Samus to be fighting as Deoxys. Here we go. Here we go. Got it. Oh, what? Oh, did I miss it? Oh, here we go. Yeah, the Diffusion Beam is pretty satisfying to use, actually. I like how it spreads. It's awesome. Oh, here we go. Was the Diffusion Beam in Fusion? I believe it is, right? I mean, it's not in Super, so, like... there are certain power-ups that you just end up forgetting about because they're not in, like... the super popular games. Like, I think Prime 2 is probably the worst offender. There's so much shit in, like, Prime 2 you just kind of forget about. Like, it has its own gravity suit that's not, like, a real suit. It's just, like, a power-up, which is kind of odd. Like, I don't remember what it's called. Like, the gravity pack or something. Like, it just helps you... It's actually better than the gravity suit, because as I recall, it helps you, like, float in water or some shit. Which is kind of different than what the gravity suit does. I don't know. That's something I kind of wish Metroid did more, is like have kind of weird deviations of these standard power-ups. That, as I recall, is pretty interesting. But I don't know. I think Prime 2 is full of stuff like that. You know, it has like the ammo mechanic. It has the Echo Visor, which makes no sense considering. I don't get why the game is called Echoes when like. The Echo Visor is completely pointless and doesn't really do a whole lot. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Disgusting. She's already calling it disgusting. What howl? What is she talking about? Yeah, stay away from my prey. You know, Samus would avoid so many headaches if just killed it. Oh yeah, and we're gonna meet up with our bros at this really awesome biosphere facility. I really like this part. I mean, for a bunch of reasons. I mean, I think this is where you actually get to know the people more, and they all like congregate here and they hang out and stuff like that. It's awesome. Yeah, it doesn't let you move on until you save, which is kind of funny, but all right. Okay, yeah, there are definitely times where, like, you have fun playing this. Like, it's more mediocre than anything else, I think, like, gameplay-wise. Here we go. I think you're supposed to go through the water. And she can still sense move even underwater. Here we go. Yeah, everything old. Yeah, I definitely want to try to finish this playthrough on stream if possible. Yeah, I'm starting to feel tired again, so I think I might just go to bed again and then just wake up and then do my thing and then come back. Here we go. Another missile tank. It's one of the things I really like about having an open schedule. You can just kind of do whatever you want when you want to do it. I mean, I did get started on the playthrough. Here we go. And I guess I have all day to finish it. I think I could finish it today if I just like took a lot of time to do it. Fuck. Okay. So yeah, this is kind of one of those things. The game does have its well-designed moments where you, while we get some exposition. Here we go. I mean, where is it? Like, the facility isn't far from here, right? So, here we go. Gee, it sure would be nice if the gravity suit was authorized right about now. Gee, it sure would be nice, Adam, if you would allow me to protect myself from the harsh environment of this lethal space station. And that's another thing about this game that I kind of fucking hate, which kind of proves that Fusion is far, far superior. Like, there's no tension. Like, you never really feel like you're in threat of anything. Like, story-wise, the characters are like just going around doing shit, and there's not really any real threat, really. It's just, they're just, okay, we're going around. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, do you go back? Is that what you're supposed to do? Are you supposed to go back and then jump on the platforms? So it's on the other side of this thing? Yeah, that drains it. Oh man, would I have been crushed if I had been standing there? Okay, so I think what you do is that you just jump over here. Yep, easy. And, yeah, pretty basic. Water temple, this is not. Alright. I'll do here. I think the water temple is like one of the most overhyped. Wait, oops. Oh, here we go. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, the water temple is one of those. Is one of the most overhyped levels in video game history. Like, no, it's not that difficult. Okay. What you're supposed to do is jump up. Yep. Here we go. Fuck. Yep. Here we go. Yep. There we go. Kind of an awkward jump, but we made it. Oh, I like this area a lot too. I remember getting here for the first time and being, like, really impressed with it. Alright. It's like the wide open areas that I think are a lot more visually interesting. Like, they have a lot more going on. They tend to have, like, unique enemies. I get it. It's a 3D action game. Like, there should be more 3D exploration. Like, Prime nailed this so well, and this doesn't. It's just, ugh. Alright, like, that's the thing. This game isn't good, but, like, playing it again, I don't hate it. Like, there's nothing about it that, like, really infuriates me the way, like, I would hate something like... You know, Yoshi's New Island, I think, is worse than this. You know, Chibi Robo Ziplash, I would say, is worse than this. What else would be worse than this? I mean, Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, but that goes without saying. I can't think of what else. I mean, there are plenty of, like, worse Nintendo games than this. obviously I'm a big fan of Star Fox Zero, so yeah, that's better than this. But I mean, it's not the worst Nintendo game ever. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even sure I would call it the worst Metroid game ever. Well, yeah, maybe the worst Metroid game ever. Yeah, I think that's safe to say. Oops. Hey, what are some other, like, controversial Nintendo games? Yeah, I would say it's better than Hey Pikmin. Well, no, I like Hey Pikmin. Well, I like Hey Pikmin, but I like... Ah, shit, can you really not concentrate? Wow. If I die here, that's going to be the most embarrassing thing. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I haven't played Hey Pikmin in a while, but I thought it was just mediocre. I suppose it's on the same level as this. Hello, hello. Hello. Yeah, I'm playing some other M. Oops. Yeah, I really like the design for this creature when I saw it for the first time. I mean, this game does have, like, interesting monster designs. It feels like you kind of wonder where these things come from. Oops, here we go. Did they even really explain why the bottle ship is doing this? Like, is housing all these creatures? Like, is it any different than, what Fusion did? Like, again, it just goes to my point about, like, rehashing Fusion, even when it doesn't make any sense. Like, why exactly are there so many monsters here? Alright. Here we go. The thing about this thing, though, is that it's really, really fucking slow, so it's never ever gonna hit you if you, like, stay far enough away from it. Oops, here we go. Alright, here we go. Oops. Yeah, it has these range attacks that are easily shootable. Here we go. I don't know. It's gimmicks. It can flip upside down, but what does that do exactly? Like, it doesn't do shit. Oh, here we go. It got me somehow? How? Alright, well, I'll just recharge my energy, which works, apparently. Alright, here we go. Yeah, this thing looks cool, but it's not all that fun to fight. Like, I think a lot of enemies are like that, actually. Like, the game's combat just isn't that good. Like, I like the control of it, I like the feel of the character, but, like, the actual combat itself, it's really bland and uninspired. Which is a shame, too. I think they could have done a lot with it if the enemy design was better. Oh, yes, I have a Discord. I guess I could post a link since people keep asking me about it. I haven't been, like, responding to chat at all. I'm sorry. I've been playing some other M. Oh, here we go. Yeah, for some reason I can't do it within the app, so I have to, like, go to my Discord, post a link. Okay. Okay, here we go.
Better.
Okay, Discord is in the chat. Alright, here we go. Going forward. Yeah, a lot of the areas are just hallways, and it's boring to look at. Like, it's just, ugh. All right, here we go. Like, you really do like these wide open areas just for being, you know, different than, like, oh, hey, look, it's another elevator shaft. Like, just come on. Yeah, this game really does have, like, really boring, I think, level design. Which, yeah, I'm definitely leaning towards, like, you know what, this game isn't really worth playing. Like, I mean, you know, I'm a hardcore Metroid fan, so I probably would have played it no matter what, but, like, I definitely wouldn't recommend anyone outside of, like, the hardcore fan base play it. And that's mostly just out of, like, novelty's sake. Here we go. Like, what does it really add? What does it really contribute? Like, nothing. Like, I think you're better off playing like Hollow Knight or some other really good Metroidvania. Like this is well, again, like I don't even Metroid-like, excuse me. I don't even like think this really plays like a Metroid game. Like, it's so all over the place, and like it contradicts so many aspects of the wider franchise. It's like, and I can see why some people might like it for what it is, like similar to how like I like Star Fox Adventures for what it is, right? But I don't think it's like a must-play game. You know what I mean? It just sort of exists, and it's kind of worth acknowledging because of how ridiculous it is, but in some aspects. But all right, here we go. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that like the Prime trilogy is better than this, Super is better than this, Fusion is better than this, Zero Mission is better than this. Like literally everything is better than this. Honestly, like I would have beaten like Zero Mission by now if I had been playing it. By the way, remind me to like get a hold of Zero Mission on Wii U and I'll stream it. If anybody's interested in that. Honestly, like I'm more interested in streaming like obscure gems on Wii U. Wario Land 4 is one. I think Castlevania is another. Yeah, I need to get back into Castlevania. It's been too long. Oops. Do I have to fight this guy again? Why does this guy hate Samus? I just want to like move ahead, but he's just pushing me around because I don't know, because I'm in the way. Like, does he think I'm gonna like steal his food or something? Like, am I intruding on his personal space? Why is he so aggressive? Where are any of these things that are obviously like non-predatory creatures? Why are any of them aggressive? Like, I just okay. Like all aliens just hate Samus on sight. Like, it doesn't make any sense, but okay. I don't think you fight too many of these things, but fighting them like two of them like back to back is kind of tedious. Not gonna lie. Here we go. I've never heard anyone bitch about like these things though. Like it's whenever anybody complains about this game, it's always about like the story or characterization of Samus. Like I don't see a lot of people like talk about the gameplay or at all. Like aside from like general complaints, like oops. Like oh, it's not. It's too linear. Well, okay, but so is Fusion. But Fusion did it well, you know what I mean? Like, Fusion was so much better than this. And I think I would have, like, beaten Fusion by now. Like, it takes me, like, about... How long does it take me? Yeah, it takes me about, like, an hour. It takes me about, like, 3 hours to beat Fusion. I think it took me about that long to beat it. I'm about an hour and a half through this now. So I think this is a good deal longer than most other 2D... than any other 2D Metroid game, so... They really did try to pad this one out. Here we go. With sequences like this, but I don't know, man. Like Metroid just doesn't work when it's longer. I don't know what I don't know why, but so maybe if they had just focused on some really good short level design, it would have been better received. But like, there's a lot of segments where you're just dicking around a room trying to figure out what you're supposed to do. Like lots of like light puzzle solving. It feels very Zelda-ish in some aspects. Here we go. Oops. Fuck. Nope. Fuck. I thought... Oh. Nope. Stop. Stop firing those things. I want to charge. Alright. Again, this is what people mean when they say they can't take the combat seriously. Like, it's nothing. Alright. Like, you can heal whenever you want. You can reload whenever you want. You can dodge whenever you want. Like, she's so OP, like, right from the beginning. And you just... go away. Like, any struggles the game imposes on you, it's entirely, like, self-inflicted on part of the characters. Like, not giving you specific power-ups that you need to proceed or whatever. It's really weird, like, being able to, like, easily beat everything in the game, like, gameplay-wise, but then, like, having the characters themselves, like, suck ass at it. It's just... Like, Samus makes a big deal about fighting Ridley. Oh, the actual characters. When you actually get to the boss fight, it's not all that difficult. It's weird. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. East Asia? I've never been to Asia. Not yet. I would love to go for the women, if nothing else, but I am not in a position to travel right now. I'm right now, like, I'm focused on building up my fortune. Like, that's it. Right now, I'm mostly concerned about money and keeping myself secure. I've never actually been to Asia. And besides, I'm very happy with where I am. I really wanted to go. That was one of my big goals, was to go to Tokyo for the 2020 Olympics, but that didn't happen. I wouldn't have been able to go even if the virus hadn't happened and canceled it, which I don't see a lot of people talking about, actually. But yeah, right now I'm focused on making more money. I think in another 4 years I should be able to do it, but then I said that like 4 years ago, so I don't know. Like, I have really warped expectations of myself, I think. Like, I really think very highly of myself and my goals and stuff like that. But yeah, I would love to go sometime. I don't know. Like, I would say Japan has kind of built this reputation as being like one of the most desirable places to live in the world right now, because they've actually been fairly good at keeping away immigrants so far. I've heard speculation that might be changing, but that's too bad if true. Because, like, make no mistake, like, the reason why so many of these communities are nasty, it's because of the immigrants, like, fucking everything up. Oops. Here we go. Oops. Like, make no mistake about it. Like, these people make your countries worse. I find it so weird how, like, liberals will, like, really praise Japan just because Japan is the cool thing to praise without really thinking about why. Like, why is it such a clean, technologically advanced country? Because they don't bother with all their societal problems that we have. All right, here we go. Energy tank acquired. They don't, like, shove people who are clearly not suited for education into positions they shouldn't be just because of, like, their race or financial background. Like, it's oof. Yeah, I would say so. I've noticed that a lot of the people who are really successful YouTubers do come from, like, wealthy backgrounds. I know Gerard was rich. I know Gerard the Completionist was rich. I know JonTron was rich. I know I believe Scott the Waz is rich. Here we go. Biosphere test area. I love this environment. I just love it. There's something about it that just... It feels very un-Metroid-like, and that's something I really appreciate about this game. Just throwing really weird things like that at you. And you don't even get to run across the field. Fuck. This is like the anti-Breath of the Wild. Okay. Well, there are plenty of nice people in the U.S. as well. The issue is that, like, you sort of have to, like, stay away from the people who aren't. So, like, that basically just means stay away from the corrupt city environment. I mean, that's just my experience. Maybe I'm just talking out of my ass. I'm very happy with most of the people around me because I've taken, like, extreme steps to stay away from the troublesome people who are ruining American society. And I've talked about this before, but I am... I mean, I would say the main reason people in the U.S. are so antagonistic is because of, like, basically being fucked over by everyone. Like, it's really weird, getting fucked over by random people. The links that people will go to try and fuck with you in public and things like that. Like, you have, like, the Karens, right, who will, like, harass store managers just because they can. Things like that. Like, those people need to be avoided. But, like, you can generally avoid those by avoiding public places, by avoiding the workplace. Honestly, like, I think the big problem with America right now is just, like, the working environment. Like, it's just so fucking toxic. Wait a minute. Why isn't this door opening? Alright, here we go. Like, it was really weird at my last job how I was doing everything really, really well. Like, be above average, right? And they would still find excuses to bitch about me behind my back. It was really weird. It kind of gave me a really big insight as to what makes these people failures and why nobody respects them. It's just... I mean, I'm talking about boomers here. It was really weird being talked down to people by like talked down to by like some of the most ignorant people you've ever seen in your life. It's really weird. Honestly, like, I think the communists were nicer to me than like the fucking boomers were. Honestly, and you know you fucked up when like the fucking communists tend to shit talk you less than like the boomers. All right, here we go. I don't know, man. I've never had a problem with, like, communists talking shit about me, I don't think. Like, we tend to be cordial to each other, at least. That's right, James, the traitor.
Looks like he's late.
Hey. The CPU seems to have self-destructed.
Yeah, Lyle. So Lyle was killed by James. Yeah, James set the bomb that's gonna go off here.
Let's try it.
How do all these people get back here at the same time?
Like the CEO said.
All right.
There might be some pretty crucial information here. Well, while Maurice here is working his magic, the rest of us are searching this building. All right?
Got it.
Yeah, we get to hang out with our crew, bro.
Hey, Princess,
Oh no.
does this view bring back any memories? Yeah. Looks like the training grounds of the Galactic Federation.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got to talking about like America versus Japan, and I was just like, wait a minute, should I be talking about the game? Yeah, this is my favorite third-person segment in the game. It really legitimately made me really want to an entire Metroid game like this, like Metroid, Resident Evil 4. Like that's been my dream game for a while now, and yeah, they've never done it, and I don't think they ever will. But man, it's cool. Does such a great job building up tension. All right, let me check the chat here. I don't know, man. Like, I mean, you kind of have to be like a positive force on like your surroundings, right? Like, people will be nice to you if you're nice to them, usually. And I don't know. It's just kind of difficult to do because of how many problems everyone has right now. I think that's kind of how I feel about it. Like, I was not focused on my relationship with other people at work at all. I mean, my last job at all, because I was so particular about, okay, I need to, do all this crazy shit. But I mean, to be fair, I was never planning on staying there long anyway. So it was like one of those situations where I was just like, well, okay, whatever. Is it really 3:30? Yep, here it is. I remember this thing looking completely different, but... Wait, what am I supposed to be looking at? Wait. What do you... The claws? No, I thought it was the claws. The eyes? What am I looking at? Oh, here we go. Oh, no.
Adam, are you seeing this?
You couldn't even make that out. Like, really?
But it's been cybernetically enhanced.
It's a space pirate. There is no such thing as a Zebesian. Space pirates are not native to Zebes. This has been established already. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand how they made that mistake. Like, it doesn't...
I managed to recover one piece of data.
Other people have pointed this out, but it's such a weird mistake for Samus, who was raised on Zebes, to make this mistake. It's just,
These
no.
facilities, life forms from each planet have been raised and researched as possible bio.
Okay, so they have bioweapons. I completely forgot.
Manager and development director, Dr. Madeline Berg.
I love how Bergman is like built up as this major character in this plot and story, but she turns out to not have done shit. Like, she's not all that relevant. It's just, honestly, I think Anthony is more like plot relevant than she is.
Who is Madeline Bergman?
Must be the person in charge here. Is that all you've got?
I didn't need to press Adam about it any further. I knew his mind.
She's a mind reader.
He was a strong opponent of bioweapons. He was against the use of living things for unnecessary reasons, period. Life, no matter what form it takes as it's born into this often cruel universe, should not be tampered with. That was Adam's philosophy.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Bringing the infant Metroid back, I did something that I know would have gone against his conviction.
Really? You saved its life. Okay, whatever.
It was a clear and blatant violation of protocol. I wondered what Adam thought of me. Out of nowhere, I suddenly found myself concerned.
She's so concerned about what he thinks of her. Like, shit. Like, be more independent, you bitch. All right.
But I'll bet they protected this thing. Seriously sophisticated security.
She has such severe daddy issues. Like, it's literally, like, probably, like, Twilight tier. Like,
That'll be where you come in.
Leave it to me. Shouldn't be a problem to hack into this thing.
yeah, I hack into things all the time.
What exactly was going on here? Looks like this might take some time now.
Madeline might still be somewhere in this building. Keep scouting for more intel. Let's go.
Later. What do I think of education? It needs to be heavily reformed. Like, you should... At this point, like, I think most people who are serious about education should just self-educate and just talk down to your teachers and instructors. They're all hacks. That none of them know what they're doing. Which should be apparent to, like, anyone who, like, thinks critically about any situation. I've been aware of that since I was very, very young. You know, I was always very driven. I was always wanting to do very, very well. And... I don't know, because of the way I was treated, I didn't do very well in school, right? And it took me a long time to understand why. But yeah, it's because of education. It's not me. It's the system, man. It's the system. And I think that's kind of proven, I think, by like how successful I am compared to like my very well-educated peers. Here we go. I mean, I've talked about this before, but I am not in any kind of debt at all, which is very, very. Oops, here we go. Yeah, at this point, like, I think I just need like some kind of like alternate passive income, and I should be very, very. now that I have experience, it's very, very difficult for them to find excuses to not to like not hire me, basically, because I have like so much experience in so many fields. So I'll get a job no matter what, even though they're gonna try to, even though they have tried, I should say, to throw like very artificial barriers in my way. I mean, that's kind of the reality, I think, is that successful people will always be successful, while failures will always fail. Like, people who are propped up by the system are just going to collapse because they don't know how to stand on their own 2 feet. Like, that's education. So many of these people, they're entirely reliant on this idea that they're better than other people simply because of where they went to school or going to school at all. Like, the stereotype often is that, like, oh, Harvard grads, they're always going on about their schools and how that makes them smarter than everybody else. That's not just Harvard grads. It's just schools just about anywhere, I think. They kind of have this perspective. And I'm hoping we get away from it going forward. One of the things I've noticed is, like, I feel like a lot of high earners aren't college educated at all. So, I'll probably be a lifelong opponent of this. I don't expect I'll ever go to college because I don't think I'll need it at this point. So I probably will just be be very, very critical of this going forward in my actual career. Like, honestly, like, the only real reason I ever considered going was because, like, I was really concerned about, like, the quality of a woman I would be around, like, if I didn't go to high school, because, like, I kind of felt like, you know, every single loser is not going to go to college. And that's not really fair. It's not really true, honestly. Like, especially when it comes to women. If anything, I think women are better off not going to college. But there are times if you're a dude, you should go to college. Like, yeah, if you want to be a lawyer, yeah, go. If you want to be a doctor, okay, fine. Just keep track of your financials. But yeah, women should be focusing on getting married to a good husband. That's really all you have to do if you're a woman. All right. Oh, man. Okay. Okay, this is one of those weird segments that just struck me as weird when I first played it, because, like, this is one of those defining examples of just how weird the level design, the game design for this can be. Okay, so what you're supposed to do, you're pinned down by this thing, and you have to shoot its tail before it can stab you. So like that, yeah. As I recall, this is actually really difficult, but I mean, the animation for this game is really, really good. There we go. So I think you wait for it to stab, and then you go for it. There we go. Damn, what is this creature? I've never seen this tail before. You gotta love how it immediately comes for Samus. Like, does it actually... Does he actually remember her? Like, whenever he's, like, reborn or cloned or whatever, like, he always just goes straight for Samus. Like, he really hates this bitch. Alright. And for some reason, like, the tail is the vulnerable part. Like, this kind of is at odds with Super Metroid, right? Where, like, the tail is actually completely invulnerable. So I don't understand it. But all right. Fucking Anthony just can take this thing on. Oh no. And they can just destroy walls and stuff like that. Alright. I mean, these guys don't need a lot of protection. If anything, why didn't she just punch him? Ah. That's so at odds with, like, the rest of her characterization in this.
miles down. Looks like a pile of rags. What's gonna happen to a guy to make him look like that?
Ridley got to him. Where'd this vehicle come from? Oh, here we go. Yep. It's not even the vehicle. It's weird that I remember the vehicle, because I don't think it really does anything. Oh, no, you look at it. All right. Is this how Pokemon normally evolve? They burst out of their shells like fucking cocoons? How the fuck did something that big leap out of that thing? Like, this thing, like, what? Evolves twice in the span of a couple of hours? Like, what kind of, like, rare candies is it devouring? Like, shit. How is it evolving that quickly? Like, the aliens kind of do this, too, in, like, the movies, which is kind of ridiculous in and of itself. But this is just... Yeah, we gotta leave everyone behind to move on, unfortunately. So, yeah, Lyle's dead. Like, if we got to know Lyle, maybe we would have been more sympathetic about his passing, but unfortunately, nobody gives a shit. Like, you come across, like, dead bodies of these people, like, all throughout the game, and it doesn't really impact anything, it doesn't mean anything. Like, they're just sort of dead. And the only one who lives is the only one that's really built up to anything, Anthony. Adam dies, but we already knew that was going to happen. Yeah, we knew Adam was going to die, like, going into this. Like, we were just like, okay. Adam's dead. Like, he has, like, dead Fire Emblem Dad syndrome, like, written all over him. Like, oh, man. Fire Emblem. We're talking shit about Fire Emblem. We're talking shit about Pokemon.
Developing bioweapons on a bottle ship. I wonder if Adam came here knowing that. Regardless, I knew I had to talk to the person in charge. Madeline Bergman.
MB.
Of course, she would have to be alive in order for me to do that.
Like, this game has, like, so many plot elements they just sort of introduce. Oh, gee, I wonder how that happened. Okay.
Samus, start by searching areas you can access.
And he doesn't tell you about any of that? Like, come the fuck on.
After we get a better understanding of the situation.
Like, this game has so many plot elements that it introduces and then just sort of drops. Like, Madeline Bergman, not that big of a deal. The leader, not that big of a deal. Those are the two examples I can kind of think of off the top of my head. But, this game has, like, what? Like, 2.5 hours worth of cutscenes. And the story doesn't really build up to anything. Like, it's not... I mean, what just happened in this last second? Wait, I dodged that! Fuck you! Snake! Snake! My first death is against something that I saw coming. Like, I dodged. Like, I pressed the button. Alright. I wonder if I'm the first person to do a 10th anniversary stream of this. Like, I'll probably be near the end by the time, like, other people start waking up. Wait, I'm pressing the button. What am I doing? Wait, am I supposed to jump? Like, I'm trying to dodge. Are you supposed to jump? Hang on. Okay, we're gonna try jumping. Yeah, you are supposed to jump. What's the deal with that? Like, that's not how the sense move normally works. But okay, you're supposed to jump apparently. Okay, whatever. All third time's the charm. Oh, and this is another really controversial part of the game. Like, this baffled me when I first did this. Okay, so what you're supposed to do is, for some inexplicable reason, run through a high-temperature area because Adam hasn't authorized the Varia suit. Like, it's one of the stupidest things I think I've ever seen in any Metroid game. It's so completely pointless. And to be fair, it's not like the lava, like, hurts you a lot in this game, but... Oh, now it works. Now the dodge works. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Oops. Like, this could have been awesome if it was handled better, but, again, yeah, playing through this game again, yeah, I'm definitely, like, leaning towards, like, that. This game's just okay. Mediocre. Like, I don't want to call it bad, but I don't want to call it, like... Oops, hang on, shit. I don't want to call it bad exactly, but it's not good either. You know what I mean? Like, I don't hate it or anything, but, like, yeah, it is kind of boring. Kind of. I mean, obviously it could be a lot worse. It could have been a lot worse, but... Like, again, like, it could have been a lot worse. It could have been Bioshock. It could have been Mass Effect, which I do think are still worse than this, actually. Like, there's nothing good about those games. Oops, there we go. Oh, no. Yep. Use your Ice Beam. Yep. Ice Beam just randomly authorized. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Daddy. All right, we got our Ice Beam. Yep. Ice Beam. Boost damage, effective against high-temperature creatures. This is so bizarre. Why didn't I just... I mean, those guys were able to use their Ice Beams. Like, why wasn't I? Like, why the fuck... Why the double standard, Adam? All right. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's supposed to, like, be really satisfying to, like, get a new power-up and deal with these enemies, but it's like, it doesn't work. Like, it's just like, okay, why didn't I just have this to begin with? Alright. How long have I been streaming? A couple of hours, right? This game can't be more than 10 hours long. Like, I legit think I could probably get through it in one sitting. Oops. I cannot believe I still haven't, like, gotten through the first dungeon of Twilight Princess yet. Like, I started, like, what, like a couple of weeks ago, and I still haven't, like, played it again. Like, to be fair, I was really busy that day. I had, like, things going on, but, alright, here we go. I mean, I have things going on all the time now, right? I have, like, the website, I have to deal with that all the time. Ooh, yeah, I'll definitely be sure to put together an Other M article for today. Maybe I'll do that after the stream is over. I'll get that written, get that set up. I was not aware it was Other M's 10th anniversary, so it's here we go. So yeah, playing this again is kind of a surprise. Oof. Yeah, I'm gonna say like this game isn't good. I mean, I'm only bothering with it because it's a Metroid game, and I generally love the series, right? Like so many of them, there are so many like games in the series that I consider like some of my favorite ever, right? But this is not one of them. This is not one of them for sure. But like it's so different than anything else that exists anyway. Like I mean, if you have to, like, yeah, the game does start to feel kind of repetitive. Oops, here we go. But once you get through the wait, it's high temperature down here? Wow. Wow, that's just ridiculous. Alright, here we go. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Like, come on. Come on. Alright, here we go. Alright, here we go. Oops. Oh, is the save room and then... Yep, it's a save room. Alright. I was about to stop and recharge, but... Alright. Yeah, we are officially 2 hours in. Yeah, we're on sector 2, and you do have to backtrack a little bit, but I don't think those segments last very long. So I want to say the game will be over in like this is one of the most annoying segments in the game, as I recall. Like, I want to say I want to say less than 10 hours. Like I want to say 8 or 9. So another 6, and we should get through it. So I think I might like get to the 4-hour mark and then take a break. 4 or 6 hour mark, and then I'll take a break, and then I'll try to finish it later today. Maybe. I have like a copy of Rune Factory Frontier I've been anxious to play. Like I've owned that game for literal years and still haven't played it yet. It's one of the last games I think I haven't played yet. Like I bought a bunch of games that I never had time to play, and I think I'm about... Here we go. Oops, here we go. I think I'm about through with all of them. All the ones I really wanted to play anyway. Like, some of the games I bought, like, I was just like, okay, why the fuck did I buy this? Like, 6th-gen games, right? Like, so many people... Like, there was this YouTuber, Nitro Rad, who was always, like, going on about, like, all these obscure 6th-gen games. He just grew up with them. Like, Sphinx the Cursed Mummy is not good. Like, but he grew up with it, so it's like, oh, man, this is the greatest thing ever, man. No, and that's kind of a thing that's happening a lot right now. Right now, it's like lots of re-releases of older games from like smaller developers in particular on Switch. Oops, so like lots of fanboys of like older games are like hyping them up, and they're not really worth shit. Oops. I don't know, man. Like, I don't even like really major franchises like Silent Hill and things like that. Stuff that like people really love. So it's kind of... I'm very critical of a lot of things. Alright, here we go. Moving on. I don't know, man. At this point, I don't even recommend playing, like, every single entry in every single Nintendo franchise. Like, why would I? Like, do you really want to spend your time playing this when you could be playing, like, Super, Fusion, Prime, Federation 4? Like, literally anything other than this would be better. Like, it's not good for anyone. It's not good for, like, people who have never played a Metroid game before, and it's not good for more experienced players. Like, it has no audience. Yeah, 4 o'clock. All right. Main sector. All right, so I think are we just about ready to go back to the... Here we go. Are these guys firing wave beams? Oops. That's kind of amusing. Alright. Yeah, so what else do people want to watch me play? I think I do want to get back and play some Twilight Princess. That's definitely next on my Zelda list. I think I might wait for Skyward Sword HD. I've played through it recently, but I think by the time Skyward Sword HD comes out, I'll be ready to play it again. Again, like, that's one of my favorite Zelda games, and I want to be on the front fucking line when it comes to, like, talking up that game and talking about how good it is. And I'm hoping with, like, now that the Switch won't require the Wii Motion Plus, that it'll be better received, because I think that's the main reason that, like, Skyward Sword didn't do well, because it required this accessory. That not everybody had, so, alright. Like, it's so frustrating seeing people, like, pretend that game was bad. Like, there are so many games that people pretend are bad, but that isn't the case. Like, like even this, I don't think, it's mediocre, not bad, it's different. It's like a 7 out of 10, not like a 4 or 5 out of 10, like so many people pretend it is, you know what I mean? Like, I still think it's a lot more fun than a lot of like critically acclaimed shit. Like, I'd say it's better than Red Dead Redemption. I would say it's better than, you know, like I said, BioShock, Mass Effect. Did I already trigger the computer? All right. Again, it pales in comparison to other Metroid games, obviously, but oh, it's still better. It's better than Ninja Gaiden 3 for sure. Like Ninja Gaiden 3, the really terrible game that Team Ninja put out after this. That was the game they put out immediately after this, right? Oh, yeah, Ninja Gaiden 3 was trash. You know, I played like the updated re-release where they fixed a significant chunk of it, and I still hate that fucking game. Like I love the IP, right? Like I'm a big fan of Ninja Gaiden, but yeah, fuck Devil May Cry. Ninja Gaiden, where's that? But wait, was I supposed to go back? Wait. Yeah, I think I am supposed to go back. All right. Like Ninja Gaiden 3 is like the worst ever. Like people say this game is bad, but wait a minute, what the fuck? Am I going the wrong way? Wait. Alright. I don't think I was supposed to backtrack. Because I don't think you go back through here. Alright. Yeah, so I completely fucked that up. Yeah, Ninja Gaiden 3 is legit probably one of the worst games on Wii U. Like I was just aghast at that. Like Devil's Third is so much better than Ninja Gaiden 3, by the way. But Ninja Gaiden 3 is just, maybe I should whip it out again and stream it, to really talk about it in depth, because I don't remember a damn thing about that game. Right? Like, I don't think I've played it since like 2015 or so. Like I bought it a little bit after it came out. Right? It wasn't one of the early Wii U games I got, but. You know, I picked it up eventually because Nintendo, you know, had an exclusive version of it for a while, and I was just like, okay, maybe it's better. And from what I understand, it is better than the original Ninja Gaiden 3, which is just pure shit. But it's still really bad, especially compared to the older games. Like, yeah, I would say this is better than this. Because, like, I'm not really frustrated playing this. Like, with Ninja Gaiden 3, like, you get frustrated with, like, you know, the terrible story elements and the gameplay and just, I don't know, man. The boss designs, like, it's just, like, I think there's a scene where you fight, like, a helicopter or some shit, like, ridiculous ass bullshit. And there's so much about, like, the world of Ninja Gaiden that I love. I love Tecmo, right? I love the shit they used to put out, but... You know, Ninja Gaiden on NES is probably one of my favorite third-party games, but here we go. Yep, boss fight. Activate the Varia... Okay. To protect yourself from heat damage. Holy fucking shit. It took until a boss fight. He didn't wait for me to beat the boss. He was just like, okay, you're up against the boss, so activate this thing. Alright. Like, why? What was the point? Like, did he just think I would do it on my own? Like... Did he just think that, like, oh, Samus will just activate it herself, or it's already activated? Like, did he not know what was happening? It's so dumb. Like, okay. Here we go. Got him. And I think it's better to use the Ice Beam against this guy. That's what we got. The animation in this game is really, really good, by the way. I love the way the bosses and the characters move. Oh, here we go. I mean, I always like the way Samus handled, but the bosses themselves, like, look at that animation. It's really fluid. All right. It's really organic. I like it a lot. Here we go. I disagree, by the way, with the idea that Team Ninja was a bad pick for this. I think they were a really good one. I love their female characters in general. I think the main thing right now, the main thing this game suffered from was like Itagaki not being there. Like if Itagaki had still been there, I think the game would have like been a bit better handled, even if he didn't directly work on it. Like Itagaki leaving really kind of ruined Team Ninja, I think. Like, oh, here we go. Yeah, I think you can. Yep, look at this. How is that not the coolest thing you've ever seen in your life? Yeah, I think Itagaki leaving Team Ninja kind of did kill them. It's weird that people don't talk about that. Again, like, you know, Sakaguchi left Final Fantasy, it went to shit. Itagaki left Team Ninja, it went to shit. Like, it's weird how people prop up these complete hacks, right? People like Inafune, right, the Mega Man guy, the mighty number 9 guy. People hype up these hacks, right, who had nothing to do with the original game's success, but I don't know. They ignore like the actual real industry talent, you know? Like Anoma was getting shit for a long time until he put out Breath of the Wild. Miyamoto was getting shit for a long time because of like Paper Mario, which he had nothing to do with. Like things like that. It's just weird. All right. Sakamoto was getting shit for this a lot. Here we go. Yeah, that was fun. Pretty easy, but it was fun. It was fun. It was cool to watch. Wait, where do I go now? Wait, do I go back down? Wait, do you have to jump into the pit? Or, wait. Where do I go now? Wait, okay. Oh, did the lava drain? So do you just jump down there now? Or am I full of shit? I have no idea what I'm talking about. Here we go. Yeah, we beat an entire boss, and I'm just like, wait a minute, where do I go now? You don't even get a power-up for it. Like, it's so unsatisfying. Like, when you beat Kraid, you got the Varia suit, but this game gives you the Varia suit before you fight them. What sense does that make? Like, it doesn't make any sense at all. Really. And why do, like, all these enemies have, like, different variants depending on what the temperature is? Like, why aren't they completely different creatures? Like, I have expecting to see like fish like jump out of the lava. Like it doesn't. Oh, I guess that technically has happened with the guy at the beginning, but no. All right. Yeah, I'm definitely ready for a new Nintendo Direct. When I'm going back and playing Other M, like, yeah, I am ready for some new games. To be fair though, like I still have like an insane Switch backlog. I have like something like 30 games on my wish list. More I could probably pick up. I don't know, man. Like I don't really need to buy more games. And I don't know. Like I just haven't had like hype Nintendo announcements for a while, so I'm kind of starved for them. I guess I'm getting sick of like indie games and like ports of old ancient RPGs. Like honestly, like I was playing like Dragon Quest XI today, and I was just like, holy shit, this game, it's actually new. It's actually a new game on Switch that I haven't played before. It's so good too, and yeah, if you haven't played Dragon Quest XI, play it. I wrote about it on my website a little bit, so yeah, check that out. Dragon Quest XI is so good. Ugh. Yeah, main sector. All right. Yeah, are we going back through the elevator? Are we through with sector 2? Oh no, I don't know. So I think what these idiots do... Yeah, I think they make you go back. Yep. You have to go back.
Okay, Samus. Head to Sector 2. There's a high probability of survivors hiding there.
Oh, that's right. You go to Sector 3 before Sector 2.
Nature later.
I don't get why the game makes you, like, go in there, realize you can't progress, and then go back. Like, why come here? Like, just for the save room? Like, oh, whatever. Like, this game just has weird moments like that, like, all throughout the entire thing. It's just... It's ridiculous. It makes no sense. Alright, here we go. Oh, we gotta fight these things now? Come on. Alright. Oops. Ah, shit, he got me. I think I'm about ready to go back to bed. Oops. So I'm hoping I'll be able to finish it tonight, but we'll have to see. I mean, I put like 3 hours into this already. Assuming it's like about 8 hours long, I think I should be able to do it. Like, the main reason I'm not... I'm going through it now is because, like, I have, like, plans later today, so I'm just like, okay. I probably should be well rested for that. Yet I'm starting to get tired again, so I probably should just go to bed. Alright, Sector 2. Wait, what? Yeah, it goes to the main sector, and then from there you go to Sector 2. I don't know, man. Like one of the things I really liked about Metroid Prime 3, and one of the reasons I think it handles the Federation so much better, is that like you actually see them like doing a bunch of stuff. You know what I mean? Like they're fighting aliens, they're repairing like spaceships, they have like their own jobs and shit like that. Like there's so much about Prime 3 that I think really fleshed out the Federation. And this one doesn't really do it. I would say Prime has been way better at like fleshing out the Federation than the mainline series has. Mainline seems to like present them as like antagonists, but like Prime like just treats them as like any other like governmental body. It's just it's such a weird conflict. I don't understand why Sakamoto is going for this like antagonistic angle, or at least he was. He might have stopped doing it. We'll have to see. Here we go. Oh. Yeah, we're in Sector 2. Yeah, we're 2.5 hours in. I think now is a good time to stop. You know, we just saved it. I'm a little bit tired. Alright, so yeah, thank you all for tuning in. And I will see you all next time. Hopefully, I'll be back soon.